understand why you are here. I included the EMEU aspect of it, and I said that you know, there is also much ignorance in the world. Ignorance could be from all sides, including in the USA. So it's good to meet so that we may know more. So now, تفضل.
أهلا وسهلا. أمر طبيعي جدا أننا نرحب بهؤلاء من خلال إنسانيتهم بعد السلام الأول.
First, I would like to greet everyone, and I consider it very normal and very natural that you are here. And it is a basic human virtue to be in greeting with you and to greet you.
يعني أنا سعيد أن ألتقي بهم وبغيرهم من الناس على أساس من الإنسانية، وهذا الأساس هو الأهم عندي في اللقاء، أهم من الدين وأهم من أي شيء آخر.
Above everything else, I consider this meeting and other meetings with other people an essential part in human encounter, which I consider even wider or more important than the religious aspect itself. It's a human encounter.
أنه أنا في رأيي أن الدين هو في خدمة الإنسان وليس الإنسان في خدمة الدين.
Because the purpose of religion is the service of humanity. It should add something to humanity, and it's not people serving a religion.
وبالتالي إذا كان الدين سيعكر الإنسان وسيفرق الإنسان عن الإنسان، فمثل ما نحكي دائما صديقنا العزيز قال أن يشعر بروابط قوية تربط به. إذا كان الدين بده يعكر الإنسان وبده يفرق الإنسان عن الإنسان، فهذا مو دين وإنما هذا تفاهة.
Because if religion will separate people from each other, then it is no religion. And as I always say with my dear friend and colleague, the Reverend, the purpose of religion would become something ridiculous if it separates people from each other.
ولذلك أنا لما ألتقي بمختلف الجنسيات ما أشعر بأنني ألتقي مع إنسان أو مختلف الجنسيات أو مختلف الديانات، ما أشعر بالغربة. يعني لما بلتقي مع إنسان أمريكي، نيجيري، أو بلتقي مع مسلم، مسيحي، يهودي، بوذي، شو ما كان يكون، ما بشعر بالغربة. بشعر بالغربة لما بلتقي مع إنسان تخلى عن إنسانيته.
Therefore, I do not consider ourselves alienated from each other when we meet each other, no matter what the religion, Christian, Muslim, or whatever the country from which they come, as long as that the human aspect is connecting them.
لأنه في النهاية آلام الإنسان وآماله واحدة، سواء كان مسيحي ولا مسلم ولا صيني ولا عربي ولا تركي، ما كان يكون آلام الإنسان وآماله واحدة.
Because both the hopes of human people and the pains of people are similar no matter where they went. Now, I want to focus in Arabic, amal wa alam. Amal, alam, it's similar letters. One is pain and one is hope. So he said people meet on the basis of their pain and on their hope or aspiration.
وكل الأمور الأخرى كما أكد عليها في البداية، كما أكدنا في البداية، الدين والجنسية والاختصاص وأي شيء آخر ملحق بالإنسان عليه أن يصب في مصب تدعيم آمال الإنسان ومحو آلامه.
Therefore, whatever one's scientific background, racial or religious or other background is, the whole purpose is to diminish human pain and to increase human hope.
وحتى أكثر من هيك، نحن عندنا التربية، يعني تربية الإنسان تتعدى الإنسان لتصل إلى الحيوان، فما يزعج الحيوان أيضا يزعجنا، فمن باب أولى إذا كان ما يزعج الحيوان يزعجنا، فمن يسر الحيوان يسر من باب أولى ما يسر الإنسان حيثما كان وأن كان ومهما كان دينه.
He's making a comparison between the human being and the animals. There are some things that please the human being and please the animals, or cause pain to the animal and cause pain to the human. If this is the case with commonalities with animals, so much more should be the case when we meet with human people and reduce their pain and increase their hope.
لذلك يعني نرحب بكم إخوة في الإنسانية وهذه أقوى أخوة.
Therefore, we welcome you primarily on the basis of our humanity, which is, and I consider you brothers and partners in this humanity.
ولا تصدقوا أنكم لو كنتم مسلمين وشيوخ ستكونون أعز علينا من أنتم.
And don't think that had you been Muslims or Muslim sheikhs, or religious people, you would have been dearer than you are now.
To be fair enough to present our brother, سماحة الدكتور محمود عكام, he is the Mufti of Aleppo, and we have a very close connections with him. As in the morning I have said when we were at the Armenian Orthodox Church that we have very close connection together as Christian church leaders, and he represents me and I represent him. I can say easily at this Dar al-Iftar, where the center of Muslim world in Aleppo is located, on this chair and in this office, that this person represents us as Christian churches, and when it's needed, we are proud to represent him and them when it's needed. So this brotherly relation and tightness that connects us, because our destiny is one in this part of the world, Christians and Muslims. Our challenges are common, and our vision is complete when we are together. I don't feel and I don't believe that we can have different paths and have a fair representation one to the other, apart from connecting to each other and apart from feeling with each other, no matter what difficulties and problems we face culturally, religiously, and politically. And Mahmoud Akkam is a very unique person with his open-mindedness and for the big heart that this guy has. We can come here, we sit, we discuss so difficult issues, and very much we are welcomed in his office. And usually when he calls me, he always greets me like Brother Harut. And this means a lot for me and for all the community that is behind us. So I would like just to say these few words about him in order to be fair for about his representation.
No need to translate this. If anyone has, if we...
من باب التوضيح والتأكيد كل ما قاله أخي وصديقي وعزيزي هارون يعني من دون ألقاب دينية فأنا برسم عليه الحشر.
I would add my personal fingerprint to everything that my brother Harut said, and he said Harut, so because it doesn't matter what titles we all have as a brother, so I totally agree with every word that he said.
Mufti, thank you for welcoming us. You mentioned two things, pain and hope. What is the pain in your country that we could pray for, and the hope in your country that we could pray for?
والله الألم الأكبر الذي يعاني هو عدم احترام الإنسان للإنسان. هذا الألم وتخويف الإنسان بالإنسان وإرهاب الإنسان بالإنسان واحترام الإنسان بالإنسان هو هذا الألم الأكبر. والأمل الأكبر لقاء الإنسان مع الإنسان تحت مظلة الإنسان.
The biggest pain is when humans do not respect humans and they approach each other with fear or creating fear among humans, between humans and other humans, or creating terror between human and another human, or creating problems among humans, things that separate one human from the other. There is no bigger pain than this pain for me. And therefore, the biggest hope is things that would bring these people together.
لأنه خلق الإنسانية باعتباره خلق الإنسانية حسب القراءة الأولى الأبجدية كلها من الأديان كلها. إنه الله خلق الإنسانية مشان يلتقي الإنسان مع الإنسان، مو مشان الإنسان ينفر من الإنسان. هذه آيات في الإنجيل والقرآن والتوراة حتى في موسى والإنجيل كل هذه الأمور.
Because in all the texts, the sacred texts in all of these religions, whether from the Gospels to the Quran to any, even none of these religions, the whole purpose of creation is clear, and it is for people to be together and to live together. And therefore, when we see that things are separating people, then that's the problem.
وفي حديث عندنا عن النبي عليه الصلاة والسلام المسلم إذا واحد منا بيصير مسلم وأكيد في المسيحية نفس الشيء المسلم من سلم الناس من لسانه ويده والمؤمن من أمنه الناس على أموالهم ودمائهم وأعراضهم.
Because as it is in the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad, and it is in the Bible as well in various ways, the real Muslim is the one from whose speech and words people are kept in peace, and also the opposite, the anti-Muslim is the one who commits all the opposite. So I mean, what he means is that things are relational in the basis of faith.
والمؤمن من أمنه الناس على دمائهم وأموالهم.
Yes.
لذلك
And the believer is the one who can be entrusted with other people's blood and possessions and money.
وأي إسلام وأي إيمان خارج هذا الإطار لا نعترف عليه ولا على إنسانيته.
And we don't recognize the Islam of anyone who would not live this level of humanity, and we wouldn't consider them proper Muslims.
I first came to Syria in 1976 and have only been here once since then, but I see a transformed country in many ways. I see tremendous change in the highways and the infrastructure, the buildings, the modernization. Better education, I'm sure, for the typical Syrian population. In the West, when technology comes, education comes, very often religious zeal declines, people stop coming to worship, trust in their education and their wealth. Do you see something like that ever happening here?